What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, once again, we have Mr. Cloud805 here, who just put on, I want to say, a very clean and dominating performance in nationals. You're 2-0, right, for your sets?
Yeah. Me and I think Sub are the only ones that are 2-0 right now. I think everybody else has a loss.
How does it feel?
Feels good, man.
The elite among the elite. So, got a few questions for you. With this little, I guess, series I'm doing, I want to get around to all the players, no matter what nation you're in. You can set something up. All the commentators, everyone who's just involved in this project, you know, and get them on the channel to ask them some questions, thoughts, you know, have a little fun. So, you know, let's kick it off with Cloud. So, my first question is, if your team wasn't in the game, who would you be playing?
Oh man, so let's just say Kid, but there's other Gokus, right? Like we saw Super Saiyan
There's other Gokus. Ultra Ignorance isn't there.
Well, I got a dog Gohan, right? So okay. I would go with dog Gohan. The dog Gohan, Gotenks.
That's an interesting pick.
A dog Gohan, Gotenks, and then damn, who would I run anchor? I don't know. Maybe Super Saiyan Goku. Even after
the clip to his legs.
I mean, he's still a good character overall. Like, yeah, sure, they nerfed his crouching medium, and then they kind of unnerfed it, not really, but he's still solid. He's still well-rounded.
Yeah, okay, he's no longer handicapped. He can crawl now.
It would probably be like Point Gotenks, Adult Gohan, Super Saiyan Goku.
That's not bad.
Yeah, the team's still solid, but like, damn, dude, I freaking love my team.
Yeah, you love that black Air Force energy Kid Buu brings.
Yeah. God, dude. See, people say my team is sleep, dude, but it's all right, bro. As long as I have fun with my team, I don't care.
It's not sleep. With Kid Buu, there's definitely not sleep. He's been sleeping long enough.
My man Kid Buu, dude.
You've definitely put in work and show how well the team can work. So you are hushing on the naysayers. Next question. This actually came from the Facebook Fighters community group. I would have did it on Twitter, but like I said earlier, Twitter following non-existent. By the way, if you're not following me or Cloud, both Twitters will be in the description below, along with our Twitch channels. So there's that. Yeah, so this person asks, it's Facebook, I want to say their names. How many hours do you spend on your team before deciding to use it to tournaments and ranked?
You know, when UI Goku came out, in this case anyway, when UI Goku came out, like, I thought he was a solid character, and the more I played Gohan, I was like, man, this character is really lacking, right? So I was like, okay, well, I gotta replace him. So I liked UI Goku. I was like, okay, I like this character. Let's see if it can work for the team. Played him for a few days. He worked really well with the team, and I was like, okay, this is the team. Kid Buu, UI, GT Goku. Because the way for me, it's like, do I have fun playing the character, right? Does the character fit on the team? You know, can the character survive in the meta? It's kind of things like that I look out for when I make a decision. And sometimes it takes a week. Sometimes it takes longer. You know, sometimes you get lucky and it's a few days, and you're like, I like this team and it works. You know, sometimes you get lucky and you like the team and they work out.
Okay.
So it just depends. But for me, this was probably like a week or two till I made the decision of when UI dropped to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna replace Gohan with UI.
Crazy thing is, I've not touched that character yet for as long as he's been out.
Oh, dude, he's great. He's fun. Play him. Try him.
Like other than like the practice drills I run with him, like against him, that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what? You actually answered both questions they asked. The next question was, who did you drop for your new team?
Really, there you go, man. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Adult Gohan.
Yeah, I dropped Gohan for UI. It had to be done. UI is basically a better adult Gohan when you look at it. If you just compare the tools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gohan has like 5S, right? The impact palm.
Right.
You know, UI Goku has the same thing, but it goes full screen. It hits crouching characters, and it gels them into vanish. He has a DP that hits both sides, right?
The jam
Instead of
session.
instead of having EX legs, he has EX eyes. You know, he just stares at you, and it's like,
Jiren.
yeah, pretty much, right? So he's basically a better adult Gohan.
Okay. The next question isn't Dragon Ball FighterZ related, but FGC related.
Okay.
If you could bring back one of these two games in competitive spotlight, which would it be? MVCI, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm not gonna try to abbreviate that.
Yeah. Marvel 3, dude, easy, free. Like, that game is sick. You could literally, if you thought of something in your head in the game, it probably would work. That game had almost no limitation to your creativity. You know, 3 characters, right?
It almost had no blocks, no hit stun decay either.
That was sick. What do you mean? Look, MVCI had infinite combos until they were patched out, okay? They had unblockables until they were patched out, okay? So that game had its fair share of problems that only got fixed because they got patched out. If Marvel 3 was still alive, they would make adjustments to it, I'm sure, right? They would probably take out the TAC infinites or whatever, but it's like a monkey's paw, you know? Like, the game comes back, but then they start making balance patches, you know? But It would still be a phenomenal game.
Okay. This isn't a question at all that anyone's asked, but a little backstory. You mind explaining the Infinity Gauntlet behind you?
Oh, yeah. This bad boy right here?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I won from winning Battle for the Stones, the MVCI championship thing that they ran. It was like the only thing they ran, dude. It was a quick one and done tournament. Basically, you know, long tournament explanation short is, you know, there's 6 Infinity Stones, right? There was 6 tournaments. Each one had a stone, you know. You won, you qualified. They picked the previous Evil champs as well. They auto qualified, and then they had, I think, 3 qualifiers without any stones, and then they set up the tournament. Whoever won got this bad boy, and I ended up winning, and I got that bad boy.
He is the MVCI champion.
Yeah, but by technicality, dude, one and done, I am the best MVCI player, dude, by technicality.
That is crazy. Next question. So each player has, or I guess would have a routine before they go to a big match, a big event. What would be yours?
A routine?
What's your preparation?
I don't really have a routine. Make sure I have all my socks and underwear.
Wait a minute, what?
I don't know, dude. I always take an extra pair of clothes, dude. I guess that's like my little thing, dude. I don't know. I don't really have a routine. I just kind of just get up and go. I have routines before I play a match, not so much before I go to a tournament.
Okay, what are your pre-match routines, man?
Make sure my hands are warm, dude. Go to the bathroom, turn on that hot water, get that soap, dude, so they're not all grippy, you know. You want them nice and smooth, just slide across the buttons, right? You don't want them to be cold either, because then it's harder to react to stuff. Your fingers don't agree with you. So yeah, keep my hands warm. Go to the bathroom, right? There was this one time in France where I had to play, and they didn't give me time to go to the bathroom, so I was suffering as I was playing my match, and I got bodied. And I was like, I don't even care, because I'm about to body this toilet, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I need this to be over now, because I have to go to the bathroom now. So yeah, man, always use the bathroom. Always make sure your hands are warm. You don't want to play with cold hands.
I know
you've played with cold hands before, even if it's in your own room. You just feel so stiff. There's no blood flow.
My hands are always cold. I told you, my room stays at a constant 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's too cold, man.
It's currently how it is right now.
That's too cold.
So I'm glad you mentioned your controller, because it seems this whole hitbox trend. Would it be correct to say that you started this?
Nah, you know what? The first person to play on Hitbox, in my opinion, that like really showcased it was Clockwork, if you know who he is.
BT Clockwork.
Yeah. He was the first person to pick one of these up, right? And to actually show the capabilities of it. Obviously, you know, you have Dustin, right? And Sean, you know, the guys who made the Hitbox. But the first player to show it in competitive play, take it to Evo, make it really far, was Clockwork. And then, like a year after he picked it up, that's when I picked it up. And he showed it off more for Dragon Ball while he covered it for Marvel 3. I covered it for MVCI and Dragon Ball.
Okay. So what would you say are the pros and cons between Hitbox, Fight Stick, and controller?
The thing about the Hitbox is it's accurate. Super accurate, right? If you make an error, that's your fault. There's a bunch of shortcuts that come from only the Hitbox. I'm not going to get into those because they're a long explanation.
Right.
But basically, like, you can hold back and forward at the same time and end up in neutral. So you could do like a DP while walking forward, right? Or you could do, a DP motion backwards while always holding back. Granted that it doesn't keep you blocking, because if you hold both back and forward, it just puts you in a neutral position. So you're not cheating. You're not blocking while doing inputs, right?
Right.
That's the big thing about it, right? That was the worries people had at first, but no, it's not cheating. They're just super shortcuts. But yeah, so it's the super shortcuts, the faster inputs, the accuracy, the ease of use once you get it down, as opposed to like a pad where you could be holding back and then you move your thumb twitches a millimeter downward and all of a sudden you're blocking down back and then you just get hit on your noggin and then you get opened up and then you die.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened before, right? You like twitch a little bit and then you just get hit, you get opened up, you're like, wait, what happened? So that won't happen on Hitbox. And then same thing with Stick, right? It's like, the inputs, right? You have to be way more precise when you have a lever, right? When you're moving it around.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're just 4 buttons, right? There's no way you can accidentally, if you're trying to super jump forward on a Hitbox, you just hold forward and then hit down up, right? You don't risk rolling it and getting, a special move to come out instead of a jab in the air. So it's super accurate.
Okay. So Hitbox seems like it does reign supreme a bit. Everyone has their preferences.
Yeah, but yeah, there's definitely preferences. Play with what you're comfortable with, but in terms of just like accuracy and reliability, Hitbox is up there.
Yeah, don't get a Hitbox and just think you're gonna be automatically good. Still takes practice.
No, most definitely. It's not. It's weird. It's weird and to get used to it. But if you ever played on a keyboard, then you have a little bit of an edge.
All right. So this will be our final question. I guess final question. Yeah, final question. Outside of you, who do you have to win each region? Who are
you're gonna hit me with this question, bro? Damn.
I have to. We gotta see where you stand.
Oh man. Japan, Goichi, right?
That's the favorite.
Yeah, it's super solid, right? Spain, Shanks, right? The 2 weeks that have passed, Shanks has just been so dominant. Yeah, shout outs to Goichi, shout outs to Shanks.
Both
France, dude,
fantastic players.
Wawa's I think 2-0 right now.
Wawa's sick.
If I remember correctly. Yeah. All those 3 guys are 2-0 right now in their respective region. And then East Coast, I was thinking Hook or the Kill Sage, but Nitro Bros is
shout out to Nitro Bros for that performance he put on. That was a very clutch performance he gave. Props to both players, obviously, but that was very clutch.
They played out of their mind, but like Nitro's looking pretty good, right? And he'd be the underdog, if he comes out on top.
Right.
That's for sure. Because they're like, okay, it's either going to be Hook or the Kill Stage, right? That's what people are thinking on the East Coast. But here you have Nitro just clutching out, the last character against Hook.
Man.
And he's now 2-0 in the bracket, right? So he's in a comfortable spot.
All right. Well, I see you did mention a certain other match, but we'll leave that alone.
Hey man, you just asked me who I think is gonna win in their respective regions, all right?
All right. So what about your region? If like outside of you, who'd be who'd be next one?
Man,
because West Coast has a pretty impressive lineup.
Yeah, man. You Reynolds or Sub, right? If it's not me, I would have to go with the two of them, Reynold or Subatomic.
Okay, they're both very solid players.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'd be scared to play Reynold. I feel like his galaxy brain is too much for me.
My man's is chaotic neutral, literally.
I can't do it.